Death Watch.
Seen their eyes?
Yeah. Pure Satan. So having found the strange boat on the beach and a map on one of the slain goblins indicating an area in the Bowl Forest, you've decided.
Can I help you?
What's your plan?
Thought we were sleeping and then heading out to where the camp was.
Yeah,
In
we're
the forest.
going to have to prepare because it's like a month out
Yeah.
or something is what was happening.
Yeah, it is. It would be about a month of travel to reach that spot. You guess. The map that you found looks pretty faithful of a recreation of your island, but judging distances on it, it's always on maps is always difficult. So, but it looks, if it can be taken at face value, about a month journey.
Yeah, so we need to, I don't know, probably get together some rations. Is the climate basically about the same throughout on this
Yeah,
island? Okay.
it's a tropical island,
I should be able to scavenge food most of
so
the way.
the temperature never goes very low. It rains frequently and
Do you
heavily.
think that we have anything left in the house, the pantry there that we could take?
I'm sure that there's some.
Good.
Yeah, there's plenty.
Okay.
Yeah, you'll have no trouble gathering food.
Oh, just food.
Any other supplies that you think you need, you'll have to let me know.
I think we will need a pack animal though. As I already did mention, there's some way to carry it. Like a little cart.
Are they back
We have
Um,
various beasts of burden, like oxen and something.
They do have oxen,
Boars.
but oxen, won't do well going through thick forests.
That's true.
Make a list of provisions that we need then. So you said pack animal.
I've got most of my own provisions that
How many days worth of food would we like? How many days were we supposed to take?
well, I could theoretically just scavenge all we need, but we should have some
Just in
for
case.
backup. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's what
I
I'm saying.
can
Is how much?
carry 9 pounds without hitting a light load. So.
Yeah, I'd say. Well, I'm already going to be at a medium load.
Yeah, I am too. Do you want to? Well, if we get a pack animal, should be all right. But you want to say how long is the journey supposed to take?
A month.
A month. A month.
Let's
So
say
do you
that.
want to say 2 weeks or a week at least?
Per person. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rations. I'd say like 10 days because
Just 10 days for everyone?
10 days for everyone, or 10 days per person?
10 days per person at most. I should be able to.
Okay. So if we go hungry, it's
We eat him first.
Wouldn't that be the last?
Rohan's fault.
No.
Does anybody have rope? I was looking. I didn't.
Yeah,
I got some, yeah.
Yeah, I got
I've
50 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got 2 things of 50 feet.
And you
That's
got
where
how
a lot
much?
of my
50 feet.
Okay.
Silk.
Okay.
What? Dang, rogue.
Lanterns.
I had to buy it. I couldn't.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Yeah, lanterns or torches.
Yeah, I've got 5 torches.
I got one.
I've got my flint and steel. I've got my map case.
So we put the map in it.
Spade and shovel, 2 water skins, a tent.
I think so.
50 foot rope, 10 things of parchment.
How long does it take you to forage? Does that include food and water? I can't remember.
It's food and water. I just have to move at half my speed.
Because I think water is the real logistical
Oh,
problem.
yeah, we're going to need water. Water skins, John.
Yeah, and I feed an extra person for every 2. I get about 10. I've got a plus.
Somebody will be going hungry.
How many days worth of water do we want?
I think we need
Your
2
water
water
skin
skins
lasts
per
you a
person.
day.
Okay, so it's 1 water skin per person.
Because I got 2.
Yeah, I've got 2.
I have 0.
That's what we figured out.
So
Buddies anyway.
we need water skins. How many water skins do you have, Graham?
Just one.
We'll go potential of 11 is what we'll take. Puts you at 2, you at 2, and then gives 2 extra for each of us in case he can't find a stream.
Yeah. We don't gotta worry. Like, we all know that if any of us are going to like overeat rations or drink more water than necessary, it's probably gonna be Graham.
Yeah.
So we can just pre-blame him.
I know. I'm a light 109 pounds.
But your wisdom.
Does everybody have
What about it?
bedding or anything?
Yeah, I got bedroll and a tent.
Bedding?
I'm just as likely to forget to eat. Yeah, I got
You got bedding?
no bedding.
No bedding?
At least that wasn't in my
I
possession.
should get a +2 to your survival check if you used my net and we're near a river.
That would be up
I
to
doubt it.
You got bedding, Rohan?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So we got look for a pack animal, possibly. 10 days worth of rations, 11 water skins, and a bedroll for Graham. Anything else? Lanterns.
Torches.
Torches.
Lanterns.
Yeah. Do you have any torches or lanterns?
I have one torch.
Okay.
Are there any mountains between us and our destination, Brandon?
No, you're going to be descending off of this bowl
Okay, like into a valley.
into the forest. The forest covers the whole valley. And then the map where the marking was is in the foothills of the Angry Mountain.
Do we know if the descent into the valley is steep enough where we might need climbing gear? Is there a trail or anything?
Yeah, no, it's easy.
Okay.
Easy travel.
My animal is now positive.
See anything else in here that you would need to look for? Off the top of your guys' head, can you think of anything else?
Pack animal feed. Might need to. Extra arrows for ranger camp.
I've got those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Extra javelins, anything that we're throwing, slings, rocks, or bullets, I guess. So that way we all have some sort of ranged weapon.
And I'm gonna look for, see if I could find a bow, maybe.
Yeah, I think we got it pretty much covered. Let me see.
Okay.
As for pack animals, the only real available animal that fits that is a donkey.
So you'd say rhino.
Oh, you need a pack animal.
Got a
This
mule.
rhino over
A
here.
donkey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's Steve's cousin, Tim. No one likes him.
If Tim's as awesome as Steve is.
He's not.
Just stop
He's
right
already
there.
not. Okay.
But it's not like you can't just buy it. So a local farmer
I'm
owns.
sure they'll borrow it too.
He said he'll loan it
Yeah.
if you swear to bring it back unharmed.
Does a javelin in the head count as unharmed?
His name is Philo. But no, he asked that he says you can take it if you swear to me that you'll return it unharmed.
But then I'm not lawful. I swear that I will return this donkey to you completely as it was given.
Okay.
Okay.
Trying to get a javelin in that thing's head. Okay, so I'm gonna be also trying to gather some. Look for back at the house. Can I gather up 10 days worth of rations?
Yeah, got plenty of dried fish and
Are there any extra water skins on hand in the
Yeah.
house? How many are there in there?
15.
Okay. Any extra bedding?
No.
Bedrolls? Okay, so I'll need to look for a bedroll. torches or lanterns?
They have lanterns.
Okay. Just standard lanterns, or
Yeah, they're just regular.
okay.
They don't have the bullseye lanterns. Hasn't been invented.
Okay.
The science department on your island is underfunded.
Any
Because it's
additional weaponry,
Oh.
javelins, bows,
What is it going
slings,
to-
anything like that?
Like,
Yeah, all that.
what,
As
all
much
that?
as you want.
what are we
Okay.
going to waste if we tech into bullseye lanterns? What are
So
we-
then I'll need to hunt down a bedroll
Okay.
for Graham.
Weapons that get heated.
What's wrong with those?
Heated
He
weapons.
doesn't have
Yeah.
one.
That's where all the
But he
architecture
probably
is.
lost it. When he was
Self-heating weapons.
No, there's
Yes.
everybody has a bedroll.
You have a bedroll.
Oh, yeah. It depends on how much it weighs.
The day he became a boy, they gave it to him, and he's like,
Yeah,
"It
weighs
weighs
too
too
much.
much."
Couldn't carry it.
aside.
Trying to make me move 20
I'll
feet.
sleep on the ground.
Okay.
On an islander for
How
crying
many?
out loud.
How many javelins do you need?
I don't need any.
Or is it you that wants some javelins?
Yeah,
How many?
I don't know.
There's some
What
in
do
the
they
house. He says that there's as many as we need in the house.
Oh, okay.
So
What's the
same
worst I
thing
can
with
throw?
slings, bows,
All right.
bullets.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about that. You can take what you think is necessary for that.
Yeah, just put a dozen on the mule.
Oh, I'm gonna
Or the
Right.
donkey.
Yeah, the donkey's
Mule's
carrying
OP.
capacity
Every
is
time,
less than a mule.
every time you call it a mule, it kicks you.
Well, look in the monster manual because it has stats for a donkey, and the carrying capacity is much less than a mule. So
Jono, how many bullets come in a pouch? Is it 20 or 50?
It says that it's 10 right here.
All right, I'll go with that instead. Trying to jig the system.
I don't know if it's
And what's its weight for sling and bullets?
5 pounds.
For the sling?
Yeah, it says sling and then is 0. Bullets is 5 pounds
Oh, dang.
for each 10.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was gonna
Yeah.
trying to imagine a sling that weighed
I'm gonna-
5 pounds. A mighty sling.
I can now carry 5 days less rations.
You know, that is an interesting oversight that you don't have to concern yourself with overeating while you're on the trail.
Mm.
Like these
Burning
people are
all
really
these calories.
well conditioned.
Are you gonna eat it?
Like if it were me in real life, I'd eat all the good stuff first. Like I'd like raisins
There'd be
for the
no,
rest
no
of the trip.
jerky,
Yeah.
no dried meat, no little hard breads or anything.
That's how it's been when I go camping. I'm like, oh, I gotta
Better get this stuff.
eat all the
first.
turkey on the first day.
Modern jerky's pretty tasty. You know, it might
That
not
is the
have been
problem.
because a lot of it would have been like heavily salted, probably. So yeah.
Yeah, it is a problem when I go to the store and I try to find something that's like low on carbs because each serving will be like 7 carbs for most jerky. It pisses me off. I can't,
yeah,
sugar
for
in
sugar.
I can't just give me some sugar-free stuff. We used to make it when I was a kid, and it definitely did taste different, but it was still good.
Definitely should pick one of those up if you guys are thinking about doing some hunting. Definitely.
Yeah,
Probably make some venison jerky or oh. Mm.
it's alright. I'll edit it out. It'll change from hunting to
Oh, it's the cuss word.
hot ballooning. Oh, I didn't even catch that. I just don't want people to get mad at hunting.
Extreme hot air ballooning?
Yeah.
I like that.
I really
It's
get
like
jerky from extreme hot air balloon.
It's like those was it those kite fights?
Yeah.
Except in hot air balloons.
Or do you like light yourself on fire and hold a bag over your head?
I think it's just when people die. Like everybody else is doing regular hot air ballooning,
So
but when people die occasionally, they were doing it extreme.
Okay.
I guess Jackie Chan was doing some extreme hot air ballooning and was it Armor of God 2?
Yeah.
Where he jumps off the cliff and lands on the hot air balloon. There you go.
Yeah, that's definitely something. So yeah, on average, I should be able to supply food for all 4 of us. If anyone else wants to learn, they're free to join me.
What is it, survival?
Yeah, it's a wisdom.
Yeah.
I'll lay. Show me what you know, Rohan. See that I won't be able to pick it up, but I'll write everything down and I'll come up with a step-by-step list that it takes a little maybe intuition in your line of work, so I'll go wrong like a lot of the time.
Okay.
But maybe like a broken
You
clock
should teach
every
me
now
how
and then.
to
Red berries
use
are
a bow.
edible.
All right, not
All
edible.
red berries are edible.
Good thing I got a good constitution. Oh
Okay.
no,
Yeah.
that's not true either.
I thought my constitution was better than it is.
I mean, actually, like in our spare time as we're traveling, I might be able to craft you a bow.
Okay.
Wow.
There's some at the house I just can't use them.
Yeah.
What do you want me to cross-train you in while you're teaching me survival?
What you got?
A lot.
Do you want me to cross-train you in pronouncing people dead? That's a fair trade.
I think I got plenty of experience in that during the Goblin raid.
Yeah, but if you don't do it right, they don't die.
But not everyone you pronounced that did die.
They will be.
That's like a guarantee.
So it'll take a day
To gather
to
things.
gather everything you need.
I can teach you the sham.
The shop.
How many bullets did you take?
I just took 10.
We could throw some on the donkey.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
We can honor the animal spirits when we kill them with a sham number.
What is this, like
Like
1d4?
that.
I think it's good for playing sad songs.
1d4,
I was listening to some of it on
times 2,
YouTube the other
50
day.
feet.
I don't think I've ever actually. Well, I've probably heard the shop, but I don't know.
I could be completely wrong, but by itself, it's just like a piped instrument, but it's one of the pipes on a bagpipe,
Yeah.
so it makes that particular sort of sound. It's just one of
And
the pipes.
it's a bludgeoning.
I don't know how bagpipe works. Did it play through different pipes at different times, or is it just a combination of them all going together?
I am actually not too certain.
Guile. Oh,
I think that there's the one that they have like the holes on. I think that's where the majority of like the different tones come from, but that constant kind of keening sound
yeah.
comes out of the other ones.
Yeah.
That's why it has the whole different ones.
Could be way off. Downey's
Probably.
trying to figure out bagpipe.
Yeah.
How's it work? I don't know. I think they.
I've seen a bagpipe. That's
I
about
got a
as far
hole
as I
on
got.
it. I've never seen one in real life. I don't think.
I did. We had a family that was very into their Scottish heritage. I have a family I work in, and they had a whole bagpipe quartet. And then when they got really drunk, the people that had never seen a bagpipe before tried to play
Yeah.
it. It was pretty entertaining.
All right, so you're gathering your stuff, and then what? You're gonna head out in the morning.
Probably a good time. Yeah.
Okay.
The early morning.
So yes, that way we can avoid all the villagers we made angry.
I was thinking that's why we should just slip out late at night. So we don't have to encounter
Or before dawn.
Well, we have low light vision. We can move earlier. Right?
Yeah. Do you wake up that early though?
Depends
That's-
on how long his routine
Well, if you
takes
tell
us.
me that it's the time I normally wake up, I'll start my routine and then be ready.
True.
So just tell me when you wake me up. Hey, it's time for you to get up. 5 minutes later, I'll be ready.
So, with that plan set, and you're gathering your provisions, and it's getting on towards evening, and probably close to time to go to bed, when the mayor, Cinti, shows up at your house and asks if she can speak to all of you. So you can see that there's something bothering her from her demeanor. It's different from normal. Normally she's very composed, and right now she's clearly agitated about something. So when you're all gathered in on the first floor, rather than sit down, she paces back and forth. And she says, I've come to tell you the truth about what happened to the previous heroes. She said, about a month before they disappeared, they encountered a goblin while deep in the forest. And this goblin also had a map, this very same map that you found. And without informing the council, so as to avoid a panic, I dispatched them to investigate this. And unfortunately, we can't keep the secret any longer because goblins showed up in town. So now everybody knows, so there's no reason to try and maintain secrecy. But that's why we're certain the heroes are dead and not just on a long journey. Because they've gone on journeys that lasted months before and nobody just immediately concludes they must be dead. But the danger of this particular task has made me convinced that they're dead, and that's why new heroes were raised. So you have to go and inspect this. We have no other choice. I just want you to be careful and understand that this task claimed the life of your previous master.
Thank you for telling us the truth.
Well,
You're all rude.
you're welcome. Hopefully, forewarned is forearmed. Bye, and she leaves.
Wait, I actually have a real question.
So we don't know if they're actually dead or not.
Hey, Fenris.
Well,
assuming
she
they're dead.
just told you that.
Right? Well, I mean,
She's assuming they're
that's
dead.
her
Law of the
assumption.
land.
Well-
It didn't stop the war.
Could we have been raised if they were still alive? We don't know how this works.
True.
Well, she does,
Although-
doesn't she?
I think they're basically probably running off of tradition these days. I don't think anyone really knows how the warriors of rocks, sea, whatever the hell else we got, wind, actually work anymore. It seems to be mostly just
Well, should we put that in the priority list as well then, as try and
look for.
look for evidence of life or death?
Yeah, very
I
easy
could
to
always
keep an eye on the
proclaim
bodies.
if you want.
No, let's wait till we find, preferably a corpse.
Alright.
So that way it wasn't. You know, I said corpse, Fenris.
Okay. They also said A, so
I don't want you proclaiming them.
I only need a corpse.
I need a corpse.
to kill somebody. The heroes are dead. We solved the case. Elementary.
I think if one of the heroes kills a random person, then yes, the heroes are dead. See? Full turn.
They didn't specify what kind of corpse.
Dude, digging up bodies, that's just gross. Alright?
Well,
Either
there's a whole-
fresh or nothing.
There's a whole bunch of like raven corpses out there that you could proclaim all you want over.
Throw them up the cliff one by one. I proclaim you dead.
City Kern. I'm worried about Fenris. I don't think he's right in the head.
The sickness took my mind.
Seeing Jesus' dead body.
I'll mirror you, but as it just keeps poking me.
And then you realize this whole time it's been you.
I finally
I
said
know
it.
what you're saying.
When you do that, does your intelligence like spike?
Spike. If I get stuck, you guys just kind of poke me a little bit.
When you're sleeping,
Yeah.
we pile up like soup to the crevice.
That's a very odd thing to do.
Alright.
Who put soup in my skull hole
Alright. So we set off.
in the moment?
Yeah. So you get up, it's still dark. You have the light of the moon and the stars. It's clear skies today, and it's already warm when you wake up. And so as you travel then towards the paths that lead to the edge of the bowl and down into the valley, the villagers call out wishes of good luck and a safe return as you pass by. And some kids follow you for a little ways, excited about seeing the heroes heading off on a journey. So you have your donkey, Philo, and who's leading the donkey?
Oh, not I. What about you?
I'll be foraging as we go along.
I can pull it along.
Okay. Roll a handle animal.
Hopefully it's
That's what I
better.
was afraid of.
Only you can do it, Justin. You'll have to teach me the foraging and leave it to me.
Who's Justin?
That's
Rohan.
Sorry, Penrith.
Do you not have handle animal?
No, I don't. But I do have charisma.
A
If you
class
want,
skill for me.
Your handle animal is probably better than mine.
if you want, I can try to lead the donkey for
Do
you.
you have it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think you can't use it untrained.
Yeah. It
Can
doesn't
you?
have the little box.
All right.
Nope, it doesn't.
So I see it's given him some problems just from the get-go, maybe.
Yeah, well, he's just a little stubborn.
And I'll see if he wants me to lead the donkey, which you said, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll try to handle animal on the donkey. 14?
Okay.
You got a better handle animal than I do.
I have
Is it
a
Philo?
minus to it as well.
Philo.
Took a liking to it.
Yeah, so you grab the Philo's lead and he doesn't give you any trouble.
Alright.
Comes along easy as you please.
Rub his nose.
So you get through the village and the sun is finally peeking over the horizon when you get to the edge, and down below you see the massive forest below. And it's far as the eye can see in most direction, in front of you is trees and greenery so thick that you can't see the ground through them. But off into the east, in the northeast specifically, you can just see the plains, which is an area not a lot of people go to because it's nothing but grass for miles and miles. But you can see there, and just barely you can see the swamps that are off to the east from here. You have a good viewpoint of a lot of the island. The Angry Mountain rises in front of you, far away, with snow on its peaks. And down in front of you, gently leading down, is the trail that meanders back and forth before it finally disappears into the trees. Let's do a spot check.
I'm too busy.
Rohan,
with the donkey.
Fenric,
I got a 1, 4, 5. So. Well, the one got a 5.
5.
Graham.
9.
All right, so as you're looking out over the beautiful island, you don't see anything of any note, but you do, Ryan. You spot, like, from this distance, it's just a line, and you can pick out no details, but it's clear that it's a column, or it's a line of people, and you can't count how many people, but it's not a huge amount. But they're moving out of the plains into the forest, and you just catch them as they're doing that. It's just at the far end of your vision.
And all the people are in the town, right?
Right.
That we know.
Mhm.
So, okay. So I'll mention it to the others that I'd seen a large group of someone or some things moving into the forest from the plains.
Yeah, when he calls your attention to it, none of you see it. So he might just be seeing things. It might have been a bird.
Are
Just
there
a
like,
wisp of cloud.
are there like ranchers that use the grasslands? Or
No, not out that far.
No.
No.
Probably some stray herd.
No. Whatever it is, we should keep on our guard.
There are rumors of many wild beasts on the island that no one's ever found proof of.
Or survive to tell.
Including a rumor of meat-eating horses. That's a rumor, too.
Steve.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
As we travel, I'll keep an eye out for any easily harvestable vegetation.
right. Okay, what is your marching order going to be?
You're up front or all around?
Yeah, as I see things, I'll probably break off the trail and then catch up and
Roll a 1d 360 to see where you're at in relation to us.
depending.
I'll take the deer with the donkey.
Okay.
Okay.
So I guess I'll.
Do you want me to take the lead?
What do you like? You like spotting things?
I've been known to spot a thing or two. I'm really good at it.
All right. Then I'll be comfortably in the middle, eating soup.
All right, so as you're walking along, this is a gentle downgrade, and then back and back and back and forth as you go down. It will take you at your pace. It will be dark just before you reach the bottom. So there's no foraging on this hillside.
Okay.
Basically, there's nothing you can find.
Okay. So I guess I'll be in the middle with
Any interest.
Graham.
Right, so let's do listens.
Are there like squirrels and rabbits, things like that? I mean, put out snares while we camp.
Well, once you get in, you'll be camping in the trees.
Okay.
And that'll change things.
Bad luck, Patty.
That's a different one.
Spot.
That was my last
Listen.
one.
Listen.
Graham,
Holy
14.
Fenrir,
That one is a 4.
Casimir.
18.
Can't hear anything over this guy's
27.
slurp and scoop all the time.
So you don't hear anything that's dangerous. You don't hear any danger. But as you're traveling and it gets on towards evening, and you get closer and closer to the forest, you start to hear a lot of different sounds. One of which that stands out is monkeys. You hear them chattering to each other.
Better be good eating.
Drums.
And
Cat yelling in the distance.
we know what monkeys are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have they ever overran the village?
No,
Did they punch the mayor?
not yet. But
They tear anybody's face off.
no,
They bit off anybody's finger?
maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. They're not large, these monkeys.
Okay.
So, I don't know what the real life species is called. The monkeys that
So
are.
like the one in Raiders of the Lost Ark that dies when it eats the bad dates.
Yeah,
C8, yeah.
yeah. Capuchin or something. Capuchin. However they pronounce it. Anyway, they're cute little monkeys. They are dangerous, but they're not like chimpanzees, which were created only to murder other beings, and which are officially the most evil creation on earth.
So it is said. They are.
I think I found it at dinner.
So we're stopping here.
Right. So as you get,
Dark time.
when you finally get to
Right.
flat-ish ground, you are looking up at massive trees of every kind, and they're grown really close together. And then below the trees, you have the very thick vegetation along the ground, leaves, larger than the donkey. But there are trails, and people do go into the forest to hunt, and some people even live out there. So there are trails, and you're standing, just following the trail down leads into the forest. And it's about, well, everybody can travel in a line comfortably without having to at this point. And you know from experience that it's about a quarter mile in, there's a well-known, well-used campsite that people just generally use whenever they go into the forest.
How many javelins did you put on the
Just 6.
Yeah, so here the noise is deafening. You hear monkeys screeching at each other, birds, every kind of animal, insects, just random sounds that you have no idea the source of. The light breeze rustling the leaves. It's a very loud place to be.
Okay, so we're gonna set up camp here. Are we like, I don't know, do watches or something like that? Are we even like, is that something that enters into our mind? Something we got in our training maybe?
Didn't we do that
Oh yeah.
just the other day at night?
Yeah.
Did we? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the forest is dangerous. There's just of the animals that you know exist, there's giant, cats. There's massive flying creatures that nobody's ever put a name to. There's venomous snakes and insects. It's a dangerous place to be.
Glad I raised my survival skill.
The donkey is at a medium load, so we'll move it 20 feet.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go for the first one.
We want to
So
team up.
when we get there, I'm gonna set up some snares and stuff. See if I can get breakfast for the next day.
Okay.
We can do 4.
What are we doing right now?
I think we'll risk it for now, unless
Go one each
Or we could alternate.
on
We do
days.
the 3 watches and then alternate somebody a full night of rest. If that ever becomes a problem.
you're saying like
fatigues.
staggered watch.
We're gonna,
No, just the standard 3 watches.
yeah, like
of
you,
the night.
us 3 tonight, and then you get a full night the next night, and
That's
it'd be
okay.
us 3, and then I'd get one the next night, and it'd be you 3, and yeah.
Or once
So-
once you get spells, if you get spells, it'll always be.
Yeah.
Or Chris.
So,
Casimir, for that matter.
did we just wanted to do one person on watch
Yeah, for
at a
now.
time? Okay. So what are you taking?
Yeah, I'll take the first one.
I'll take the second.
I'll go third.
Not fair.
I'm going to sleep.
You're not taking a watch?
I thought that's what we decided. Was
Well, no, we can split it into 4 right
Oh,
now,
okay.
but if it gets to be an issue, then we can split it into 3 with one person alternating.
all right. Then yeah, I'll take the last one. That should be good. I can.
All right, who
check
was
my
first
snares
again?
tomorrow.
I am.
Okay, so Graham, as everybody finally winds down, goes to sleep, and you're doing whatever, what do you do? Do you do a
Well, I
patrol?
think from living with them, just sitting around playing my shot probably gets me shouted down. So I'll walk in accidental, precise circle. Like it'd be perfect if you saw it
Right.
around the camp.
Before I go to bed, I'll look at them like seriously. Don't let the fire die.
And don't eat all the food. Or all the good food.
Oh, I thought you said donate all the food.
Donate
To who?
it to myself.
All right, monkeys, here you go. So that's what you hear is donate all the food to the monkeys, and so it's all gone by the next watch. But yeah, I'll just a circle around that camp.
Would that give you a familiar of a monkey?
Probably not. They probably summon the chimps to come tear me apart.
No, it's just one really big chimp that all the smaller monkeys summon.
What's the Sasquatch? The one that I think it actually might have been back in the day? Gigantopithecus or something like that. That's what they'll summon. Looks like a big orangutan.
Well, you got beef jerky, so.
Who had second watch?
Me.
All right, so you're walking in your circle, doing a circuit around the camp. Roll, listen.
17.
Okay. And then there is 0 light except for the fire.
Yeah, I think we only get the advantage if we're somewhere where the fire reaches with our low light.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
So it doubles the shadow.
Yeah. Right. That's what I mean. Where the light reaches, shadowy or otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm in an area, which I might wander on the edge of it, that's probably where I would be. It's at the very edge of the firelight.
Right. Okay. All right. All right. So you hear a few things. You hear a extremely loud roar. You hear some other sounds you can't identify what they sound like. Maniacal laughter. It's somewhere a tree falls over.
And somebody laughs. But it's an animal sound though, right?
Well, these are unrelated.
Yeah.
So the tree falling is not related to the laugh. Yeah, it's definitely an animal sound, but you've never heard it before, and what it sounds like to you is a bunch of
Evil
people laughing maniacally. And then you still hear lots of different birds or whatever. And then you hear something in the tree above you. A rustling. What is your AC?
13. 10 flat-footed.
And you get struck in the head by something from above.
I get a jolt of inspiration.
And then, so it does 1 point of subdual damage.
Okay.
And you look and you see that it's a hardened fruit. It's not ripe.
All right.
It's still really hard.
Well, when I heard the sound, I was like probably in the process of lifting my spear and peering closer to where I heard it.
Yeah.
So yeah, like he'll look down at the thing as it bounces off his head and pick it up and then kind of look up at the tree to see if he can get a glimpse.
Yeah, you see a shadow, like very shadowy form of a monkey up in the tree, getting ready to throw another fruit at you.
You monkey.
But it's like 70 feet up in the air.
Yeah. Well, I will just move on. Try. Hopefully, it leaves me alone.
Okay.
Or
Well-
set the tree on fire. I
Alright.
got the oil.
Do you do that?
No.
Shame.
Does that unlock a secret area?
So, your reward's outside the box thinking. Like,
Which setting things on fire is the most creative expression there is.
and it's also less hazardous for us to walk through a forest that has been burned down.
Might be hard to do though. I'm getting the sense that this is not a dry forest.
No,
Really. Yeah, but I'll just try to avoid this monkey.
Okay.
I'll double time it when I come through this region again.
Okay, do a...
What did you need?
Okay, so the monkey throws a fruit at you, and you just want to avoid the monkey. And it throws a couple more fruits at you, but none of them hit. So they thunk to the ground beside you. You look up, and you can't really even see it anymore. It's like way too high. It's too dark, but it doesn't seem to be posing a serious threat to you.
Okay. Just a little
So
green fella.
you hear a variety of other sounds that you understand and that you don't, but
Don't freak
nothing
me out.
that approaches camp.
Okay. Who was second?
Me.
Yeah, when my watch ends and I wake him up, I'll just whisper, "Monkeys are in the trees," and then I'll it's in my bedroom.
Of course they're in the trees.
Okay.
Did you say
So-
that you run to your bed afterwards?
So,
Sleepily.
no, I think I said go, but I could run. But if you,
Well, I imagine you're just come up. Monkeys are in the trees. Run
I
off.
pictured
real
him laying in your bed.
quick. Facing me and then getting up and running off. That would be even
Wait
worse.
till your eyes open on their own. Monkeys are in the tree. They're in the tree.
You did that in real life, except for the monkeys in the trees bit
I
already.
didn't get in the personal bubble, but
Yeah.
there was some space. It's weird how you had a sense of that, though. I was just standing there.
Alright. Sorry. So, yeah, I'll scan the trees, sit up and scan the trees.
Oh yeah, you don't see him.
Okay.
You don't see him. And you don't. Nothing happens during your watch at all. So, you know, he could have been just making it up.
Okay, yeah, I'll just make sure that the fire's stoked up, and then I'll put some more wood over by it if there's any way close.
Now both of us look crazy.
Yeah. So you hear the same. You hear all just every different kind of sound, but nothing that approaches camp.
Okay.
My character
I'll
believes that he thought he saw. He just didn't want to
Okay.
worry.
I'll wake up Casimir and let him know that Graham said he saw something in the trees, monkeys, but I didn't see anything. It was a bunch of noises though.
All right.
Nothing close to us. And I'll go over and go to bed.
Okay.
Crawl
So
into Graham's bed.
Casimir, on your watch, roll listen.
14.
Okay. And do a spot.
20.
Good roll.
Thank you.
Okay. So you spot a monkey up in the tree, but it's not doing anything. It's just looking down at you. It's not making any noise. Usually they're more vocal and they usually have their friends with them. This one doesn't appear to. It's just standing up there, like hanging from a branch, just looking at you.
Is it mean mugging me like that?
But you can't see enough detail to determine.
I guess I'll like handle animal, try to like, I don't know, maybe like come closer or something. Might as well mess around with the monkey.
Okay.
18.
All right. So what do you do?
I know I told him not to mess with the food, but I'll like break a piece off of a ration. You know, like maybe like the noise that you kind of like make at a chipmunk or something like.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully that was your personal ration and not from the pack, because I already donated all those to the
Well, then he's just giving it as part of the donation.
Well, this is probably the Sasquatch monkey beast.
He's just really high up there.
Right. So it doesn't react to your offer of food. Just sits up there looking down at you.
See the eyes glimmering.
Yeah, at least it's not throwing stuff at me.
He was just trying to make it.
Yeah, so then anyway, besides the monkey, you hear a large assortment of various sounds, but nothing that indicates anything's close by that's dangerous.
All right.
And the rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
Go over and tap Rohan with my foot. Monkeys in trees. They were leaving me alone.
These are always in trees.
Yeah, I know. The others were making a big deal about it.
Okay.
We did. We had the sham out. We were dancing. Monkeys are in the tree.
Party. All the wine's gone. Sorry.
Donated the food.
Yeah. I told him not to. Didn't do anything to stop him though.
Well, one of the first things I'll do when I get up is go and check the snares, see if I caught anything.
Yeah, roll your
Cut the
Survival.
Sasquatch.
survival.
Oh, I caught nothing.
What did you roll?
A
Glad we
9.
brought all these
A
extra
9?
rations.
Yeah.
Wait
Bring back some poison berries.
Yeah, so there's nothing in your snares.
Yeah. Maybe I can kill some monkeys.
They picked your bait out of the snares, threw them down at my head.
Put poop.
The old switcheroo. Just why is there poop in my snares?
That's an interesting choice of bait.
Yeah. I don't think you're
If the
gonna catch
monkeys are
anything
that
we want
smart,
to eat.
then I'd be creeped out.
Oh, they're that smart. Just wait till we have to fight these things, and we're done for. We're gonna get grappled, strangled. It'll be like that assassin monkey that doesn't take joy in his job, just holding our head in the water.
Oh no, we're fighting us attacking for him? You brought this on yourself, Justin.
I don't know how we got to assassin monkey now.
Because
Do a spot and listen.
Okay. 10 spots and 16 listen.
You see and hear nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
You're the regular sounds. But
I've got deaf and blind. Okay.
so the rest of your watch passes uneventfully.
Okay. I have no reason to believe otherwise.
That's it.
Yeah, so then morning comes and the world starts to light up a little bit. Although it's still pretty shadowy because the sun has trouble breaking through the canopy overhead. But, I mean, it's still clearly daytime.
Is there kind of a standard second stopping point on the trails?
No. From this point, people usually will go off in their hunting party or their mushroom gathering party, and then they'll come back here by evening and go back to town.
Okay.
But there are still a variety of game trails leading deeper.
Well, I'll start my process of waking up.
While he's doing that, I'll feed, water, and resaddle the donkey.
if you want, I can do that. I'm already kind of leading it.
Yeah, sure. I
Oh,
was expecting to
forge
get kicked
ahead
a
a
few
little bit,
times while
try and
doing
find
it anyway,
people
so
to
if you
go
want
first,
to,
set
even
the-
better.
I'll just let you be in charge
roll
of
your
what's
survival.
on.
There you go. Okay.
much better. 25.
Yeah.
That would have fed us for
Maybe
like 3 days.
you should give me some pointers on that.
So you
Don't
find
stand
a
behind
Handle
it.
it.
well-used game trail.
Rule number 1.
Don't stand in front of it. It'll bite you.
Rule number 2.
Announce it dead.
You're dead.
Rule number 3. We gotta worry about the donkey anymore. I'd say
It was a
you
good
handled that
donkey.
animal.
And so you're getting Philo ready to go?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it doesn't give you any trouble, and in short order now you're traveling back on the trail further into the forest, a trail that Ryan found that provides pretty easy travel. There's no obstructions in it, and it's pretty level, and of course that's going to be the case for most of the forest as far as you've heard, but it's still nice. There's not a lot of hills or protruding roots or washed out areas, so it's pretty easy walking. So we'll say it's late afternoon before something of note happens. You roll your listen.
17.
Okay, so you're out a little ways ahead, ranging about, taking a look at things. And you hear the snap of a branch or a twig or some underbrush. And then suddenly all the birds stop making their noise. The forest becomes eerily quiet.
Okay. How far ahead was I?
What, a couple hundred feet?
So I'll keep an eye in the direction that it came from and unstring my bow as I start walking backwards towards where everyone else is.
So this sudden quiet, do we hear it too?
Oh yeah.
I'll ready my trident. Start looking around
Yeah, you
nervously.
guys hear suddenly the whole forest grows quiet.
Ready. Upon seeing Casimir ready his trident, Let's save my shield and draw my sword.
Okay. Yeah, so then Ryan gets back, you get back to these guys, and you can see they're already looking around with their weapons ready.
Mentioned that I'd heard something in the direction I'd come from.
Right, so what do you do?
Check that out. Or you want to keep moving? This is at late evening. This is afternoon. How long until sundown?
Couple hours.
Should probably start looking for a place to camp at least.
Yeah. Did you see anything either a little ways back or off on your scouting at all?
No.
No.
Okay. Well,
It could be a predator, but
Yeah.
maybe just in case. You go investigate. See if you can. If it is just a predator, just come back and leave it. If you find any signs that it might be goblins, come back immediately. We'll wait here.
All right.
With the donkey.
Algrim, you want to take the lead?
Sure.
I've already traveled this way. You go ahead and do it.
He's got the sword, I've got the bow.
Be careful, you two.
I got a short spear, but I probably have a javelin ready. Alright, so I'll lead us to where I don't know where we're going.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Well, I'll point the direction.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You just keep
We go down the
finger
path.
over my shoulder and you just moving.
Yeah, I'm using you as a human shield.
Get him.
It's just like the arrow in Halo.
Yeah,
Never steered you wrong though, right?
of course we're out there spinning around.
Yeah.
I always got us where we needed to
That's
be.
true. Eventually.
I was the best damn warthog driver in 6 county.
Alright, so we gotta hunt a predator. How does one hunt a predator?
Why don't you have a seat?
Where are all your clothes? I just came in here and needed to use the microwave.
I was just trying to show her that this is dangerous.
Yeah.
Reference.
To catch a
Chris Hansen.
predator. That
Oh, okay.
It's like have a seat over there.
They have them show up with weird stuff
Yeah.
to kind of prove that they were going to initiate a sexual encounter.
Yeah.
And there's a
Chris
bunch of those
Hansen
guys
comes
where they
up.
like came in naked, wearing only shoes. Well,
And he's like, why did you
one guy had like nothing but rope and duct tape in his trunk.
Yeah. And then they would come up with some outlandish lie. Like, you know, I was just trying to teach her that this is dangerous, or I was just looking out for her.
I thought she was really hungry.
I was joking.
Yeah. Oh, that's a joke.
Anyway,
Yeah.
So how do we catch the predator?
I think we're less worried about catching it than we are just surviving it.
Identifying it.
Proving that it's
Yeah, that it's just a predator and not a horde of goblins. So,
Okay.
I'll lead him back to where I was when I heard it, and
Well,
we'll
I will
try and pick our way through.
creep silently through the forest
Okay.
and make no mistakes.
so roll a move silently.
The pains.
Gotta bring it back.
See, you move quietly enough, but you're doing the sound effects for every step as a jump.
Okay. And then when you get back to where you had first heard this noise, the sounds of the forest creatures is starting to pick back up again. Like this, they're starting to convince themselves there's no danger, but they're still not going crazy like normal. Roll a spot and listen, both of you.
Can I also search for tracks?
No.
around here.
No, you can't. unseen force prevents you. Yeah, roll survival as well.
Probably that one. Was it Milo? Ocarina of Time.
Oh.
Every time you go to search for tracks, that's what happens.
I didn't hate a character in a Nintendo game that bad since the original Duck Hunt, dude.
Oh
It
yeah.
really did talk down to you at every turn. Had it out for you.
Yeah. Okay, so what was your spot?
18 for my spot.
What was your spot?
22,
Okay, what was your listen?
18.
And what was your listen?
19.
Ooh.
And what was your survival?
24.
Okay, remember that because it might become important.
Shoot.
Which one?
Your survival.
Okay.
All right,
Survival's always important, though. Wait a minute.
so you both stop there and you're listening and looking and you hear another noise. It's like underbrush being jostled and you look into the forest and about 25 yards away, sorry, we'll do feet. So about 75 feet away, you see a shadow pass behind some trees. At no point can you get a clear line of sight on it, a visual of what it is. Only that it's taller than you and seems to walk upright.
You know what this is.
Gigantopithecus.
There's no.
But it doesn't seem to come towards us at all.
No, where you saw it, it's like going parallel.
Okay.
Let's try to get up behind it.
Okay, so we could get up in its tracks where it had passed through, and at least see if we can identify what it is.
I like that plan.
Okay. So where we had known it had passed through, we'll head towards there.
Okay? So this requires traveling off the trail.
Okay.
In a very, very thick underbrush.
So we're moving 1/2, 1/4 speed.
Yeah, I'd say a quarter speed.
Okay.
So 1/2. 1/2.
But we can still do 2 5-foot steps, so that's
Faster than that.
faster
No.
than
No.
Yeah, you do a 2.5 step.
Yeah, now
Oh, that doesn't even move.
1.7.
But if you do 2 of them.
We need freedom of movement. Somebody cast it.
Didn't learn.
All right.
Or we just burn the forest.
So you're moving very slowly, creeping through, right? And you're listening, but you don't hear any more noise now from what you're hunting. Now you're hearing like the seemingly obnoxiously loud sound of leaves brushing against the leather of your clothes and the squelching of wet ground as you walk on it.
And my clown shoes. Clown shoes I'm wearing.
And now, because you're off the trail and off of its relatively nice elevation, all of the underbrush is as tall as you now. So your visibility is basically zero. But after you go this way, for what you estimate to be the right amount of time, you can see there's a much smaller game trail that this creature, whatever it is using. And you can see clearly tracks in the trail.
Okay.
They are hoofs,
Oh.
but only 2.
It's a man-eating worms, maybe.
Because it looked to you like it walked upright. You
Yeah.
can clearly see there's 2 hoof prints, not 4. And they're enormous, like dinner plate size.
Okay.
Rohan, what kind of creature is this?
I don't know, but I don't really want to find out.
I'd like to see what it looks like.
Possibly. But we should probably have Casimir and Fenric with us.
They sent us out here on a mission. No, you're right.
They might
Well,
want to see it too.
okay, because it's good to have fun. But let me see if I can put you in the right mood for this. This is so like you're in a forest that you've never been in before. There's suddenly much more to the world than you knew there was before. And now this is something that has hooves, yet walks upright and is much taller than you, right? So this would be a very frightening, possibly exciting situation.
Plus, you're in a ton of overgrowth that's taller
Right.
than you too. So,
He's role playing his low wisdom.
weird claustrophobia.
Would it be roughly the same size as the clothing that we found in the boat?
No. Well, if the shadow you saw passing by the trees is any indication, this is much bigger than that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to mess with this thing.
Yeah, because it would have been down too off the trailer or something, right?
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay, Graham says.
we'll get back to
Disappointedly.
the others.
All right.
You may yet get to see it. Hopefully, if that happens, it won't be a bad thing. Okay, come on, let's get back to the
Roll
trail.
survival. See if you can make it back.
Survivability 0.
11.
Okay. Right. So do you have survival? Okay. So you're just gonna follow him.
Yes.
Okay. Right. So
We got lost.
Or
You can use it untrained.
Because
You just
you
can't
took
track.
You took him past the point where you stopped and you were behind him. Now you're in front trying to get back to us quicker. That's why.
you never
get
saw the
behind
way
your shoulder
we
again.
went.
Yeah, you were just pointing him in directions.
Now I got to change my journal entry here because I was saying you guys returned a short while later.
Jump the gun.
Yeah.
so you go back the direction you came, and you're pushing your way through the undergrowth and the brush, and you can't see ahead of you. And then once you've walked the amount of time that you think you should have walked to reach the trail, you still haven't reached the trail.
Okay.
How long have they been gone at this point?
Okay, so a half hour.
What
So
happened?
at that point, I'll call out to Fenrith and Casimir.
Right. Roll listen, Fenrith and Casimir.
17.
12.
Okay, so about 50 feet away and parallel to you guys on the trail, you hear someone shouting your name.
Does it sound familiar?
Okay.
Ron?
Yeah, we'll call back.
And then you all hear like sudden, like thundering, and trees and underbrush just being snapped and thrown to the side. You can see small trees about, so big around are just snapping, and it's headed right towards you.
Maybe we should
Sounds like
use
that.
our signal calls instead.
Yeah, I was going to ask if we had any.
After this, we probably should.
Well, then you learn. Or maybe you
Well,
don't.
you die and then you learn.
Next character's nobody.
The mayor's final warning before they left: make sure you use signal calls.
No. I forgot what I rolled.
We just rolled initiative.
Right.
The thing's bearing down on us.
Oh, you want initiative?
I unfortunately remembered what I rolled.
I think it's this here. I know it wasn't great. Yeah.
Oh, mine was better than that, but I don't remember what it was. So.
All right. Casimir.
6.
Graham.
8.
Fenrith.
8.
And Rohan.
God, Kung Fu Fight to the death.
Clerics first.
You guys really are rolling terrible today.
You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to encourage us.
I encourage you to do better.
I encourage you to not die in this encounter.
You planned this encounter.
Do you
But that's not
want
going to
the,
happen if you keep rolling
the
like that.
donkeys?
No, the donkeys, I'll take care of them.
He's dead.
What
Taking
was the
care of
emphasis in that?
Yeah.
You did just
There,
declare
with
it.
the donkey.
Basilisks appear and kill your donkey. Congratulations.
At least it wasn't manticores.
Right, yeah, sorry.
Marionette that donkey so we could take it back to the farmer.
I'll crawl inside it.
There you go. Get it open quick.
Better start the encounter. Things are going downhill.
Okay.
quickly.
So, you hear this tremendous crashing. Feels like even the ground's shaking. You can hear thumps as it runs towards you. And as it breaks out of the trees, there's a stretch where it's just underbrush that's about your height. So you can see this thing tear out of the trees, and it's not very muscular. It's very tall though, and it's clearly got hooves, and but it has massive elk antlers and a normal human-looking face, but with antlers. And he's wearing no shirt. He's got a leather strap with, a pack on his back and some stuff at his waist, but he doesn't have any weapons, which you can see, and he's bleeding profusely from a giant wound on his midsection. Rohan.
I'll see if I can make some sort of calming gestures as I talk to it, ask it if we can heal its wounds.
Okay.
I'm not going to automatically assume it's going to try and kill us, but
Okay.
It's an indigo,
but yeah, I'll also, have my bow knocked and ready.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what do you want to roll?
Maybe what
Probably
diplomacy?
wouldn't be a handle animal, so probably diplomacy.
Yeah, try it.
God, that's horrible.
Maybe you should leave diplomatic things to me.
Something should. Oh, that's not bad. 15.
Okay. So as it gets closer and you can get more detail of its face, it seems like it wasn't actually running at you guys at all, because when he sees you, like his eyes widen in surprise and he trips and falls forward, like not even able to catch himself. He just slams into the dirt with the underbrush. His antlers catch on something, flips him over, and then he goes sliding further to a stop a couple feet away from you guys. And appears not to be conscious anymore, though he's still breathing.
Finrith.
He's dead. Oh,
No, you gotta roll
that one? Okay.
You gotta roll your skill first before you declare him dead.
The free action or still turn?
I'm gonna go. We're out of initiative.
I'll
So,
grab its antlers and hopefully to keep him from if it wakes up.
pull out
Okay.
my healer's pack, healer's kit, and do a heal check.
Last thing it's our cleric getting gored.
9.
Can I also make a check? 21.
So Fenrith, you're like,
He's dead.
looks like he's just sleeping, but you can see that he's got multiple wounds. There was the large wound that's really pumping blood out on his chest, and it's a long slash.
I think I could have done this with that.
You can also see that he's got two crudely made crossbow bolts sticking in his right close to each other in his back.
Okay.
And then taking a closer examination of him, now you can see that he's got tattoos all over.
Sorry, that was a 14. Get a bonus with the healer's kit.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll try and work with Fenrith to do what we can to stop the bleeding and remove the bolts at least.
All right.
You want another heal check?
Yeah.
I'll aid you this time.
That's not how it works. You gotta declare it.
26.
26. How'd you get a 26?
Sorry, 25.
Either's kid.
Yeah, 17 plus 7.
Okay. All right. So you're working to pull his bolts out and putting pressure on the wound on his chest, and it's really difficult. He's extremely heavy.
Quick, more pressure on those antlers.
So the two of you can't really flip him over. You got to get everybody to help out.
Graham, eat us.
You wanted to meet him.
So the easiest part first is getting the bolts out, and then you can sort of stop that bleeding and patch it up a little bit with some bandages. When you flip them over, you can see, like the chest wound, that even goes down to his stomach, and you can see organs, and you can see muscles and bone in his chest. That's how deep it is. So you're furiously working, and without any warning, Fenrith's hands sort of start to glow, and you can watch the wound like stitch itself shut right before your very eyes.
What are you doing?
You're doing it.
I leveled up in healer. In heals. My sewing skill is awesome.
Clearly, he's a witch.
Yeah.
Well, no, he's not able to answer any questions. Do a fortitude save.
He's a hero, that's what's happening.
13. The fighter starts playing.
So after this happens, he passes out. He just slumps over.
Okay, so now we've got an unconscious healer, a giant creature that's... Is it still bleeding, or
No.
did it stitch itself?
It's all, it looks as if there was never a wound there.
What time of day is it now?
So now you're getting, it's almost
Camp time.
And we're
No.
kind of on a game trail or
Yeah.
something? Looks like we're camping here.
Yeah, it's...
Should we tie this fella up? I mean, we helped him, but we don't know how he's going to feel about it.
He didn't have any weapons with him, right?
He's
No.
got a large ass set of antlers.
Yeah.
well, he didn't have a weapon. He did have a belt with parts of it that could have held weapons, like loops that weapons could have hung on. No scabbard.
Okay.
I'm going to say we risk it and not tie him up. Hopefully, the enemy of our enemy type of thing.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we can at least communicate in some way and see what it is that attacked him.
Okay.
If it's the goblins, then we might have allies.
Do we want to see if we can find out where he came from? Which direction? Like, we know he came out of that brush, but...
I'm actually looking to the skies. How long do you figure we got?
Is there anything worth searching on him? Any pouches?
No, well, they're
Yes,
all
maybe
yeah,
you're willing to.
like one's a satchel,
On the
There might be creatures following
a
him
large
too.
satchel that are
Everything's
empty.
but there's nothing in it.
Okay.
Because whatever did this to him is not something we want to fight. He's obviously a lot larger than we are. But
All right.
So some of the things you can notice about him, though, he's wearing leather, but it's not the kind of leather you'd make if you know what you're doing. It's more just
like
like
a hide.
yeah, just hide. I mean, it's well sewn, but it's not cured the way that leather is that you would use.
You want to go track down just, I don't know, 100 feet or so down the path that he went. See it.
Okay.
I'll set up camp and have a fire lit.
Yeah, make sure that, we'll, hopefully we can make sure that there's nothing that's following him.
Mm-hmm. I'll build it in the ground so it's smokeless.
Nice.
Not that I'd know that.
Okay. What do you do?
We just wanted to, he's
You're gonna go with Grant.
camp around, me and Graham go kind of backtrack his path a little bit, make sure nothing's chasing him or following him.
All right, so do survival then.
22.
It's easy enough to follow his tracks from when he started running, but once you get to where you can tell is the trees you saw him pass by for the very first time, they just disappear. It's like he just was there, and
That's impressive.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll go back to camp. I'll set my snares again.
do a search while you're there.
Great.
Get down on it.
Yeah. 16.
14.
So you spot mostly buried in mud, a little glint behind those trees, and you pull out an axe out of the ground.
At his size axe?
No, your size axe.
Okay.
It's crudely made, but very sharp.
Did it resemble like the goblin weapons or?
Yeah.
I've seen that kind of fashion. Okay. So yeah, I'll show it to Grandma. Say I think this is one of those goblins' weapons. We should be careful tonight. Head back to camp and show it to Casimir.
Okay. Yeah, so to you it looks it's an axe with a half moon blade. It's it would be two-handed for you or them, for goblins. It's like a metal you haven't seen before. Seems very strong, but also crudely made. Like whoever the blacksmith is didn't really know exactly what they were doing.
I guess I'll set it down somewhere, like off to the side of camp, unless you want it back. I don't really see what we can do with an axe. And then I guess I'll say we're doubling watches, going doubles on watch tonight.
Okay.
Everyone agree?
Well,
He is asleep, but he agrees. You can tell.
yeah. Hopefully he wakes up.
Yeah.
Is he breathing fine? And
Yep.
okay, so he just
He actually
passed
has a smile on his face.
If not, I'll just weekend at Bernie's and on the watch.
Let me see your character sheet real quick.
We're getting to the point where people wouldn't understand that reference.
Yeah. Actually, we should have already probably been there.
Yeah.
Unless Weekend at Bernie's has some sort of magical staying power.
It was quite the hype. It has tons of cult references. So.
Yeah, I think the idea, for sure.
Yeah.
Probably more people know it than
Than have
actually
seen the
seen the movie. Yeah.
Okay, let me see your character sheet real quick.
Mine?
Yes, please.
Alright.
You guys leveled up, right?
Yeah.
I had
And you updated your sheets.
Yeah.
mine changed a little bit. Fortitude and will, I didn't update there.
Okay. Let me see yours, Graham.
I meant to ask you before I leveled Wizard on how I'd be able to go about that, but my idea was just looking for like history, like old history of or lore or something maybe.
Did you already cross class?
Yeah.
Nice.
Fighter Wizard all the way. Become the most gimped thing I can.
This is nice.
Oh, look at you.
You gotta have one thing going for you.
Did he like draw hearts over the eyes and everything?
That's
It's all printed. Okay. That's no problem at all to cross-class. The heroes have a whole shelf of scrolls and books of magical spells and stuff. It's all for show.
Yeah, that's what I was
Like
thinking.
nothing ever happens, but sometimes the heroes will give plays at festivals, and so
Thank God it doesn't work, or they're reading off scrolls of Fireball.
pretty much,
Yeah, like
as we'll find
It might
out.
work for me. Some.
yeah, like
Use maybe-
that's what I was kind of thinking. Was I just probably looked through a bunch of various stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's where I picked it up.
Well, so what happens is as you're taking your watch, Fenrit doesn't wake up, but Casimir. So while you're camping and you're on watch and you're just, relaxing or walking around or doing whatever, and now things are starting to get a little weird because this being that stumbled into you, nobody's ever even had a story or a rumor about something like this, right? Because you could stretch out and from the tip of your fingers to your toes, you'd fit perfectly fine within the antler spread on this guy. He's enormous. And suddenly you watch your companion's hands glow and wound just heal out of nowhere like that. And it's not, this is stuff that's in like the ancient stories, with magical.
Yeah, like it's probably like for Casimir, he probably mostly thought it was just legends and untrue.
Yeah.
Because he's seen Fenrith pray every day and has yet to see a miracle until now.
Right.
So
It's just how long the birds take to work.
Maybe
Plus,
something
you
about
just
becoming
watched
a hero.
Fenrir faint daintily, and you've seen him faint before. He doesn't do that. I mean,
You can't talk, you're passed out.
Yeah. But maybe it's something to do with
Out
being
of
a hero.
character.
yeah.
That's kind of how my
Explaining his
character is.
mindset.
The heroes always have room to be special in some way. Maybe the ceremonies that we went through gave them special powers. That makes me wonder what special powers I have.
You can probably fly. You should go to that cliff.
Try that.
Well, so while you're thinking about that, it reminds you of all the stuff that you learned, all the spells that you learned, and gets you thinking maybe there's more to that than people think.
Oh, let's see. Yeah, I guess by the fire I'll sit down and maybe I brought one of the spell books that were on the shelf or something.
Yeah. Yeah, you've got like a small, the small one that just has some of the basic things in it. But, some of the first stuff that you were taught. But it does make you look at that in a new light. And while you're passed out, you have a vision, like some being speaking to you. But you don't know the words. Like, you can't make out the words, though you feel like you would understand them if you could. It's too muffled, and you can't quite see this being. And it's over in a blink, and you wake up. And then all of you, let's see, who's on watch?
I think I'm first. I don't know
We
who
were
I
doubling
pair
up
with.
on watches, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So
Graham
I'll be with Graham.
and Rohan will listen. Rohan, listen.
23.
Graham, listen.
11.
Okay, so Rohan, you hear very clearly the approaching footsteps along the trail from the direction you guys were originally traveling. And both of you feel your weapons get hot. And they're like vibrating, sort of. Feels like they're vibrating.
I'll like hold it up, show you. What's going on here?
And I'll whisper to you, go wake up Casimir. See if you can wake up Fenrir. Be quiet about it.
Okay. I will obey the given
Jill
instructions.
moves silently.
And I'll knock an arrow and keep an eye down the road.
14.
Is that that's your ceremonial bow, right?
Yeah.
14, you say?
Yes.
All right, who do you go to first?
Casimir.
All right, so you go to Casimir and wake him up. What do you say? So, Casimir, the first thing you notice is that you notice two things. There's a weight on your chest that's weird, and your weapon is hot and vibrating. Your trident. You're not. It's like next to you, but you can feel it vibrating. You think you almost can hear it, like it's saying something, and it's hot. You can feel the heat from it.
So you're waking me up?
Yeah, there's something coming.
I'll pull or throw my bed, or the top part of the bedroll back and go to get up.
Yeah, the cat.
Damn cat.
It does that protest meow that cats do, and then slinks off into the trees.
I'll cautiously touch my trident with my fingers before going to grab it. Is it burning me?
No, but it feels really good. Like
Okay.
in a cold day and you put your hands in front of a heater. It feels just so wonderful.
So yeah, I'll pick it up and get ready. I'll from the direction they're saying that they're hearing the sounds.
Yeah.
I'll move sort of that way, staying within the torchlight of the fire, or the brightness of the fire, and ready my trident looking that way.
All right, so then you're going to go wake up
I'll try to
Fenrir.
wake up.
He's already awake when you get there.
Okay.
He's just laying there looking up at the sky.
Hey, something's coming.
Did you ever notice how the sun is
What? Careful, you get me caught in that trap. Break my wisdom.
Yeah, wait, am I groggy or
No,
just fully alert
You're-
still?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'll quietly try to get up and follow Graham. My sword and shield near me. Where'd you guys put my stuff?
We threw it out.
You donated it to the monkeys.
They pronounced you dead.
Yeah, you can't do that.
You've been training me.
You're not a master yet.
I was testing it out.
It didn't work. Alright. Yeah, I'll grab my sword and shield and take note of. Is mine glowing too?
No.
Take note that their weapons are glowing.
Yours
and mine
crumbles
is
to
not.
dust.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to be in so much trouble.
Just kidding. Yeah, it is. It's going-
I'll take note of the glowingness and ask Graham what happened.
Well, I shouldn't say it's glowing. It's not giving off
Yeah,
light.
just the heat.
It's heat. Yeah.
So I'll reach out and grab it, and at the warm feeling, look wonderingly at it since it feels so good.
Yeah, it's much more strongly so than it was before when you encountered goblins in town. All right, initiative.
Invigorated us.
Yeah. They're plus one magic now.
+2. We got +1 in village.
Yeah. Oh, plus two now. Sweet.
I think
That's
Brandon
how
will
magic
inject
works.
minus weapons.
Yeah.
Weapons -2. What?
Well, they're cursed. You know that, right?
And
Casimir.
cursed.
17.
Graham,
7.
what's your dexterity?
3.
I'll
Bonus.
Fenrir?
18.
That's the relevant information. Unless we've got the same bonus.
Rohan?
20.
be careful, guys. That cat's back, so this might not be a good encounter.
Crazy monkeys. Some big weird antlered guy.
Okay, Ryan. Your move. So, with the light of the fire, you can see a goblin appear out of the darkness about 40 feet away on the trail.
Okay.
He looks, and you can see other shapes behind him, but he looks like he knows exactly where he's going and what he's about. He's not searching around. He's headed directly towards you. He's got his sword drawn.
Okay. And I will attack him.
Okay.
I'll fire 2 shots, quickly, rapidly, you might say.
Okay.
So, first one, let's see, 18.
Okay.
Actually, no, it'd be more than that.
Well, that's a hit.
And the second one was a 16.
Also a hit. Right. So 2 arrows within a blink of an eye from each other sink right into its chest,
For 10 damage.
and it screams. And who put goblin on their languages? Yeah, there's no mistaking it. You clearly hear it. You understand what he says as he dies.
I think
He says,
They kept me.
"Darn,
My raven.
yeah,
You got me, you son of a gun.
yeah." But there's no mistaking. You understand what he said, though you're not quite sure how, since you never actually spoken to goblins before. Fenrith. So you're laying down. Okay, so you're pretty close to him. So you see the same thing. You see multiple shapes. You don't know how many, darting straight towards your camp. One of them just went down with a couple arrows sticking in his chest.
How far behind these guys are now?
Well,
They were up
it's,
front,
it's a
right?
matter of like 5 or 10 feet. You're all in the same basic area.
I'll move up beside him and is ready for if one of these creatures gets near us or an attack.
Okay. Casimir.
I will ready for when one gets near me.
Okay, you're gonna ready. Okay, how do we want to do this? Do a reflex.
Do 9.
Okay, we'll remember that for the future. Graham.
Alright, so can I see more of these things?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Then I will lob a javelin at one of them.
Right, so that's. What's the ranges for a javelin?
The increment is 30.
So it's immediate. It's,
Another one.
yeah, another increment. Because they're about
That's
40
just
feet.
a -1 per increment or
That's
minus
minus 2.
Okay. 14.
That's a hit.
2 points of damage.
Okay.
Add the velocity of the spinning wheel.
All right. All right. So they're in a charge. So one charges you. Fenrith. Screaming bloody murder with his sword held high.
Is that triggered by Ritter?
Yeah.
Should have readied for a charge. I always forget to do that. Dang.
14.
Okay, that's a hit.
5 damages.
Okay. What's your AC?
16.
Okay. So runs up, swings at you, but misses, and you slash him in the face with your sword. Another one has charged you.
Okay.
What's your AC?
18.
Misses widely, and then kills Casimir, who's next.
Oh no! I should have taken it.
But Casimir, the other one, has charged you.
So my attack opportunity?
Yeah.
Uh,
You're ready. Action.
I think it's done as part of attack, so combat expertise.
Okay.
Alright, so -1 to my attack. I miss, but I have a 15 AC now.
Okay. He misses you. And now we have an arrow for each of you from the shadow, from back in the shadow. So, Fenrith, Graham, Roy. Well, that's a hit.
Lucky Rohan, that's what we call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First cat.
4 damage. And was that everybody?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. Miss.
Has anyone
So-
else been hit yet?
No,
got
arrows
attacked by the
come
cat.
streaking out of the darkness, and you can't see them until one of them hits Rohan. So he's got a pretty bad wound. And now we're back to Rohan, who should have lost some of his initiative from that wound, but we're not using that system. We're using this system.
How much initiative would I have had to lose to drop it?
That would have been
1 point per point of damage.
Yeah.
Lose your turn if you take a big hit.
Like 3, ain't it?
Mhm.
So yeah, you're -1.
Anyway,
and 2 more
your
damage. Makes you -2.
So now there's one in front of Casimir to the left of you, and
There's the one that charged me too,
the
right?
one that charged you.
I'll try and take a step back away from the one that had charged me. If I can do it in a direction that doesn't take me near any others.
Well, there's one there in front of him too. But yeah,
I was next to him, so wouldn't that then you're going straight back? Right?
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. Just
okay,
step back the path or
right.
down the path and fire at him as
Which one?
at the one that had charged me
That it charged you? Okay.
as I backpedal. So I'll do another rapid shot at a -2 per 16 and 21.
Those are both hits.
13 damage.
Okay, so a couple arrows to the face, and this one falls dead. And now we're on Fenris.
You know to grapple the ranger.
I'll
I have no hope in grapple.
attack this one again.
Okay,
11.
miss. Casimir.
Attack again using combat expertise. Ah, dang it. Miss.
Okay. Cram.
I would like to establish flanking on one of these that are
Yeah.
close combat with us.
Yeah, you can probably most easily do that with the one that's engaging Casimir.
Alright, so I'll go up behind him, ready my short spear to jab it into his back.
Okay.
12.
Miss.
Flanking bonus. 14.
Hit.
Nice. It's only 3 damage though.
Okay. That one. And that one. No, you hadn't hit that one.
Mhm.
Okay. Alright. So, the one attacks you, Fenrir. No, that one's dead. The one tries to move up to attack you again.
The one that was attacking him.
He killed his. I
Right,
think
he
Fenris
killed
is
his.
still alive.
Was it the one that was attacking Graham or?
And then there's one that's attacking me.
Right. Never mind. So not you. You.
Okay.
Critical threat. What's your AC?
16.
Oh, just the hit. 4 damage. Alright. And then the one for Casimir. So that guy is like, because you stabbed him in the back, and he turns and swings at your head with his sword. What's your AC?
13. Got to establish dodge.
It's not even a roll. It just hit me.
I know, just like, I'm practicing.
It's a deterministic dice. It doesn't believe in chance.
Well, weighs as much as the table, so. Oh, I just chipped the floor with it. Okay. Another arrow for each of you. So you can hear arrows sailing through the night, but you don't see any, and none of them hit you. So now we're back to Rohan.
All right. Am I near the fire?
Yeah, you're all near the fire. Within about 10 feet. You're all about 10 feet from the fire.
Would it be possible to light one of my arrows on fire to fire it into the darkness to try and light up where these arrows are coming from?
Well, it would be possible, but you know that that's not really possible.
Okay.
Because there's nothing to catch fire
Yeah.
out there. Everything's soaked and,
I was just hoping to track.
you
where
just
they-
want to like, you see that what lights up as it sails through,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
But
I mean, you could,
no, still, I'll the one that just stabbed Fenrith.
okay.
So I'll take a couple shots at that one. 18 and 9.
One hit.
6 damage.
Yeah, so that one sticks it right in the throat. It gurgles as it falls, thrashing, begging for its life with its last breath.
And only me and you can understand that it was begging for its life.
Fenrir. So you're all engaged in combat, and an arrow sails right past you and sticks in its throat, and it's like, mother, and dies. Well, you don't know what it says, but
When I healed that or fixed that guy earlier, do I know what, like, do I know that it happened? Did I see it?
Yep.
Okay.
You really think you could do it again. You think you know how it's done. It's like this one time, and I had this dream that I could fly, and I knew how I was doing it, and I woke up and I still knew how, but it just like faded away before I had a chance to try it out. I'm sure everybody's had dreams like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm going to attempt to go through the motions of a spell for light that I had seen during my training.
Yeah, well, no,
Is that
like it's not a science for you.
yeah?
What you learned wasn't a science;
Oh.
it was more of an artistic
It was
expression.
like a prayer,
Yeah.
right? So
Okay.
it was like a man who was lost in the woods and prayed to his god.
Right.
The god lit the way back to the path or something like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Let me see what I need. I think it was my
Holy symbol.
holy symbol. Yeah. So I'll pull out my holy symbol from my pouch
Okay.
and
Well, that's
Pray.
medallion is your own voice.
that would, okay. So I'll hold
Medallion
that
of your office, yeah.
and I'll pray for my sword to light the area.
Okay. So in game terms, you're casting light
Yes.
on your sword.
Yes.
Okay. So then, as you guys watch, Fenrith says some words, and his sword bursts into light, bright as day, brighter even, blinding you all permanently.
It works.
Right.
Hey, don't blame him.
Okay.
Blame the god.
Can we see where those arrows were coming from? No.
Well, now you can.
Okay. And I'll.
Yeah. So you've got this group of goblins, like hiding behind this fallen tree, peeking over and shooting.
Okay. Is there anything around us that I could take cover?
Oh yeah, there's
Okay.
trees and stumps.
How far away,
One.
roughly? I think I can.
There's
I think
one that
I'm
would
fast
provide
enough.
good cover about 10 feet away from you.
Okay.
Conversely, you could use your companions as cover.
That's my plan.
Okay. Yeah. It's. I don't know what since I've done spells, but it's one spell per turn, right?
Mhm.
Okay. And that
Yeah.
uses essentially my attack action?
Mhm.
Right.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah, so you could move.
Up to your.
Yeah, so I'll
Yeah.
call out to Rohan, who's there it is, kill them. Then I'll go and hide behind a tree. Take cover. Yeah.
All right, so that was Fenrith, and
I'll
now
hold my sword out of the tree though, so it's still light out there.
right. So Casimir,
All right.
that's, you see that. So he runs, and so now he's actually, even with the sword held out, you can't see those goblins as well anymore.
Yeah.
It'd still be a -2 for shooting at them if you were to do that, which I don't think you have.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, you can.
Are
You
they
can
not
see
within low light?
Well, he said I couldn't see them as well.
It's not
Oh.
shadowy.
Yeah. So I'll attack the one in front of me with
Comes
the
down
con.
through the shadow.
Trident,
Yeah, using
Okay.
combat
Low
expertise.
light vision is.
Dang it!
flanking bonus on that guy.
Yeah, it's all
I have to-
considered. Just not my night.
Well, okay. Now we're on to
That's
Graham.
that guy.
All right.
I should have.
yeah. So he spun and sliced right at your head, but he missed.
Went right through. Right
And
past
now Casimir is jabbing at him with his trident, but somehow, just the way he's moving, magically,
Keeps
is
working.
he's being missed by Casimir's trident. So,
All right. I will try to sneak attack again.
okay.
I didn't make it this time. I got 9.
Okay.
Couldn't do math. Sorry about that.
This dancing's getting more erratic.
All right.
I was going to get hit though.
With a, like, you can see that he has seen in this general area his fallen companions.
Yeah.
So he screams and takes off running into the trees.
Tax opportunity, or is he disengaging?
No, he's disengaging. And he just goes tearing off into the trees. And
Hopefully we hear something eating him soon.
arrows come at you, and all of them miss. And then you hear, now we're back to Rohan, you hear this like noise behind you. And then you look, and then as you turn, that dude that you had healed, giant antlered man, goes tearing off through the trees after that goblin that took off. And he's moving with insane speed that you would not think possible. But you're moving.
At least he's going after the goblin, not us. Right, I'm gonna fire one shot at the goblins that are behind the down tree and then move towards cover.
Okay.
See if I can find my own down log to try and snipe from behind. Alright, it's full attack bonus. Oh,
Do you have concentration?
I do.
me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Roll concentration.
It's not very good, but. Oh. 19.
Okay. And what was your attack roll?
I don't remember.
You rolled
Do
a
it
19.
24 then.
Right. So something slams into the side of your head, but you still, like, you're aiming at the target, and so roll for damage.
Should have remembered the monkeys.
Why
Should have
not
remembered
the
that
goblins?
3.
Okay. So yeah, you see your arrow strike one of the goblins in the face, and it ducks down behind, screams, and yeah, and then so you see like a fruit laying there on the ground beside you. Fenrith,
Do I take any damage from the fruit?
no.
They're in league with the goblins. That's what Graham put together.
The one thing to do, and that's burn the forest down.
So if I look out towards where those goblins were shooting at us from, what's happening out there now?
Now there's 3 shooting.
Okay.
One of them you can't see anymore.
Okay. About do I think I'm fast enough to make it there in one turn?
If you charged.
Okay.
Well, which you can't because it's uneven ground. So no.
Is there cover between me and them
Well,
that I could take?
Well, the cover they're using.
That's all.
The log there behind.
Is there anything along the path that like other trees that I could?
Well, not within a distance that makes it its own trip. Like, not that are close enough that they'd be on the way. You'd have to go out of your way.
Oh, okay. 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 Yeah. So I will have my shield and put it in front of me and start advancing towards.
Okay. What's your speed?
goblins. Moving at 20 feet right now because of my weight.
Okay. All right. So you see him move ahead. So the light's moving ahead.
Double move.
Right. So you get to the tree,
Okay.
the other side of the tree that they're hiding behind.
That I can be.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's your AC?
16.
And you get hit in the head, like on the top of your head. Something hits you and does 1 damage. Subdual. And now you guys can hear the monkeys screaming, like the way that monkeys do. So, Casimir.
I'll follow after Finrith
Okay.
and I guess do it defensively. So, can I do that? Do I need to attack? I forget. I think I can just go defensively.
The shadows defensively.
There was a 4-round action. I think that was like full defense.
Yeah.
It's like -4 plus 2 defense or
Yeah,
something.
minus-
Okay, so roll a spot.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
5.
All right, so you're moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Grant.
Alright, so yeah,
Did Rohan go?
Yeah, I shot and got hit in the
Okay,
head.
Grant.
I'm gonna follow Rohan's lead and try to get cover from these goblins. I'll put my dodge on one of them,
Okay,
and I think that's all I can do. I'll switch weapons, switch to my javelin.
roll a spot.
16.
All right, so you are moving forward, but you just happen to look behind you and you see there's a monkey and it's got one of your packs, and a cat is attacking the monkey.
The cat?
The cat
Okay.
is fighting the monkey, which would be hilarious in other circumstances. So, arrows.
Monkey's got the cat in the head.
Not you. What's your AC?
18.
Okay. And
I don't
Casimir.
know if I made it to
14. I can't fight defensively. It's a part of full round action. I was
Okay.
using my full movement.
And Graham. So arrows come winging by. None of them hit. So now you hear like a soul-wrenching scream from off in the forest. Like you guys can, like you heard the beginnings of a word that was cut off by excruciating pain. But now it's Rohan, your move.
Did I see the monkey?
No.
Okay.
You gotta shoot the monkey.
I'm gonna shoot the monkey.
Don't shoot the monkeys. They'll lead us to gold or something.
They're trying to steal our stuff.
They
We
are?
need that stuff to
Wait,
fly.
you see the monkey, yeah, because you got hit by one.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a monkey fighting the cat and over a bag. One of your packs, one of yours packs, something off of the pack saddle. Something, right? And the monkey's trying to make off with it and the cat's fighting it. The cat, which you didn't know was there until just now.
Yeah.
So
I warned them.
it's kind of an interesting sight to see.
How far away is it?
It's like 20 feet. It's right back by the fire.
Okay. I'll take a shot at the goblin as I'm moving back to try and stop the monkey.
Okay.
So, 11.
Miss. So the arrow thunks right into the tree, right next to you, and then you move back towards the monkey, who seems to be getting the upper hand.
Okay.
Let's fight against the cat for the time being.
Hopefully the cat stalls it long enough.
Fenrith.
Attack.
So I'm at these archers now, right? Or at the
Yeah, you're on
archers
this fallen tree, and you're on one side, and they're on the other. So it's not quite so simple. Like you're gonna have to climb over this thing
shooting.
to
Okay.
get to him.
Uncheck DC 20.
No, I only give you extremely high climb checks for simple things out of vengeance. Everybody else gets reasonable climb checks.
Okay, I will. I'll start going over the tree.
Never
Okay.
forget.
So you can get over the tree
Okay.
with your two movements.
Just gotta make up a random
But
date.
when I'm on the top,
Like
Or you can
can I
stay up on the top.
attack down?
Yeah.
7/14.
Yeah, you get a bonus there, plus
2002. Never forget.
So that's I'll stand on the top and sorry, attack down.
Right, so you've got one that is sitting down with its back to that tree. It doesn't have its bow. It's crying. It's got an arrow
Oh.
stuck in its
Oh,
cheek.
poor guy.
And it's like, yeah, right? And then there's the three that are peeking over and shooting, and for some reason do not seem to have seen you with your flashing
sword.
glowing sword.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll start with the closest one that's shooting.
Okay.
Yeah.
10.
So 13, 14, 15.
15. Yeah, that's a
1.
Oh. 2 damage.
So you slice down your sword, you hit it in the head, and it just seems like it cut him worse than you would have expected. So add 1 damage.
So 3.
Okay. And that was. Now we're on to Casimir.
I'll follow Fenrith's example and hop up on the tree
Okay.
and attack down into the group of them.
All right. With your trident.
Yeah.
A different one or the one he has sliced at?
Am I within range of that one?
You're within range of all. Well, wait. Is the trident arranged? Is it
It doesn't have
like a
It
spear?
doesn't have the
reach. Yeah.
Range? Okay. So no.
Okay, I'll just attack whichever one's nearest.
Okay.
There we go. 22
It's a hit.
for 5 damage.
All right, so you jab him, and the tines like perfectly get him in the eyes. And it seems like it does. It seems like it does more than you would have thought. Like it slides through him easier than you would have expected. So add 1 damage.
All right. So, dang it.
6. Right?
There you go.
Right. So you jab him right in the head, and like it would have blinded him, but for some reason it just kept going. So now he's dead. What's your strength?
16. So plus 3.
Okay. So then you're able to pull your trident out of his head, no problem. Now we're on to Graham.
Alright, so when I see this struggle between the cat and the monkey, I'll pivot towards the monkey and the cat, and I'll try to intimidate this monkey away.
Okay.
I'll use waving my weapon over my head and inarticulate yell.
Uh-huh.
My technique. So, here we go. 18.
Okay. So your attempt is very successful. And the monkey immediately engages with the cat, lets go of the bag, and clambers up a tree.
Okay.
Now it's still yelling at you as it goes, but definitely you've had the desired effect. And then, since you're right there on top of this tree, the 3 remaining goblins say, "I surrender. I surrender." And they're saying it in a goblin, but you understand them. They drop their weapons and they stand up. And, "I surrender. I
You
surrender."
don't understand.
There's dancing. There's They're trying to charm us.
Right. Well, it's your move. You hear them shouting, "I surrender! I surrender!"
Okay.
I give up. No hurt.
All right.
They're all named Narg. Just kidding. They're not.
Narg's children.
All right.
Nog, right?
All right.
Was it Nog?
I think so.
Yeah, Nog. Yeah.
Well, this is variant Nog.
Yeah. Yeah, they're surrendering. You can see them now because they stood up, so they got their hands up.
Come to find out, you go back to their tribe and they're all worshiping a
July.
dead goblin in a gelatinous cube. It's a sad, tragic event of Nog.
All right. I'm gonna hearing that. I'll keep an eye that direction, but I want to see if there's anything missing from our camp.
Oh, okay. You're going
See
to
if
peruse
the-
your camp.
Yeah, see if the monkeys have taken anything.
Okay. All right, so we'll take your turn to look over the camp.
Yeah.
And then Fenrith.
So I don't understand what they're saying. So,
Well, you understand the effect.
okay.
Because they're standing up with
Dropping
their
their
hands
weapons.
up
Okay.
and their weapons are on the floor. So they're saying something, but they're clearly surrendering.
All right. I'll motion to them to like get over here, like other side of the log towards our camp.
Okay?
And I'll tell them that. I don't know if they'll understand it, but I'll tell them by the power vested in me by the town of
Cradle.
Cradle, you're hereby under arrest.
Okay.
Go to
So
jail.
Casimir, Fenrith
No,
is
she's dead.
ordering them over to by the fire, and because he doesn't speak their language, he's using the tried and true
Speak
effective
loudly.
method of being louder and slower. So he's like, over the tree, over by the fire.
I can understand it, so I'll try to speak it, and I'll
Yeah.
try to tell them to go by the fire and
Yeah.
sit down.
Well, much to your shock, you speak it no problem. The words just come, and it's a disgusting language that uses a lot of saliva and sounds and grunts. It's not comfortable. It's actually an uncomfortable way to speak with your mouth, but it comes, naturally,
Beetle
as if
voice.
you've been speaking it for years.
I'll inform them that their language is foul. Foul, low-based language.
It's like it or something.
They agree with you, but as they're coming
That's
over.
what we got.
So you can see by looking at them that they're completely cowed. They're not. They don't have any sense of pride or dignity that would cause them to. They're just okay. We surrender, and they're doing what you say.
I know that Casimir's always been smart, but to figure out their language in 2 days, man.
Okay, and so Graham, you can see that they're starting to file over. They've got like this weird expression, like, yeah, I try to kill you, but you won. So, like I accept what's going on here. No reason to be angry about it.
Once they surrendered, are our weapons still hot? Or
Oh yeah,
okay,
yeah.
fine.
And in fact, they're getting hotter right now, and they're vibrating more strongly.
This is a good thing. The gods wanted us to kill goblins and take prisoners.
I think I agree with you, Fenrith.
Or something worse is coming.
That's also quite a possibility too.
Right.
Okay, well, after I make sure that everything is secure from the monkeys stuff, I'll go and stand by these guys. Wait to see what happens. Although I'm wondering what we're going to do with them now.
I'll ask them where they come from.
Okay, so you get them back to the fire or the camp, and you've determined that nothing seems to be missing. The monkeys you can see in a ring around you up in the trees, but now instead of throwing stuff, they're just sort of watching, and they're not being loud anymore. like they're intrigued by what's going below. Your weapons.
This has been a Death Watch production. Thank you for listening.